Hey, what's going on, everybody? Lethal One here, and today I'm going to be talking about Dino Crisis. This game was released in 1999, which is a little bit after Resident Evil 2 came out, and came out for the PlayStation 1, and it was one of the scariest games I ever played. It was so scary that I didn't really finish it, but I'm pleased to say that there's a small group of fans that remade the game using the Unreal Engine, and I would like to give you guys my thoughts on the project, and I have a special guest. You guys know him, UltraSpiderCole. Say hi, Cole.
Hi, how you doing? We got all your favorites here. We got the talking points finally. We got our thoughts. We got other things too. We got those.
Well, my thoughts, guys. I feel like this is a really good idea. I think this is a good thing for gamers. I think this is a good thing for developers. This is a way to push Capcom to do something with the Dino Crisis license. You know, Dino Crisis has a small following, a following that it deserves, and I feel like it's been way too long. I think with all of this remakes and remasters going on, I think Dino Crisis should be taken advantage of, and I think that if Capcom does catch wind of this, it will help get them moving towards a new project.
I honestly, if anything, I want to see that if Capcom does announce a Dino Crisis, I would like them not to attack this fan base on making their Dino Crisis. Like they said that they would work on a different game based on it. So that would be nice, but I would just like to see both different variations of Dino Crisis from a fan who made that game and the actual company itself. I would like to see that.
And to piggyback off of that, I like what the developers said in their little intro video. They said that they could actually expand on the island itself the Dino Crisis takes place on. So I think, having a fan's perspective on the island, the characters and the creatures, I think that that'll be really cool. Looking at it, it looks amazing. Like the animations are a lot more fluid and smooth than the original, and even the hair moves, because I don't even think the hair moved in the PlayStation 1 version. So, just seeing that is a big improvement.
Triangles.
Right. She looked weird. She looked weird to me in the first game, but for that time, it was fine. But going back and looking at it, she looked weird.
Yeah, but the one thing with what I see in the trailers, the one thing they did, I think it was the original trailer, they show the exact moment when like the T-Rex breaks the office building, and they show that also, and seeing it remade is just incredibly terrifying.
Yes,
it's just awesome seeing it, and also pretty scary too. I'm excited. I just honestly, the worst thing that could happen is that Capcom comes after their ass. But if push comes to shove, then we have like another, like, is it Turvok?
Yes.
We have like another Turvok kind of spin-off series with Dino Crisis 2. Because when was the last time they made a Turvok game? Or any game with like dinosaurs in general that you shoot at them?
Well, I think Turok or whatever it's been some years, and that's another one of my favorite games. Speaking of dinosaurs.
Actually, no, they came out with a game recently, if I'm not...
Really?
Yeah, I think it was like, well, by recent, I mean like the next 2012, I think. It was like a remake of it, I don't know. I can't remember right now.
If so, I need to go and get it, because I was a big fan of Turok 2. That was my favorite game in the series. It really pushed the Nintendo 64 to the limits, and I loved it. It was terrifying, fast-paced, and it was satisfying. So that's a game I look forward to. But they announced in the first...
Turok, I think.
Yeah, I said that.
I was saying Turvok.
Oh, no, I knew what you meant.
What? Turok. I keep saying Turvok. I'm trying to burn now.
No, we understand what you mean. What they were saying in the the first video, the first trailer that I saw of this project, and by the way, they named it like Arklay something, which is based off Resident Evil. That's where it took place, the Arklay Mountains. So I thought them incorporating that into their name was pretty cool, because Dino Crisis and Resident Evil kind of go hand in hand. The point I'm trying to get to is Capcom actually did renew the license for Dino Crisis, and that could be exciting. That could mean that we might get a new game from Capcom officially. It also states that it could be just a game based, you know, off of Dino Crisis universe. So it might not be actual Dino Crisis.
Yeah, but honestly, with how remakes are going right now and how Capcom's main, like, they've been just ruining a lot of their games recently. They're just going back and trying to fix it with a lot of old games. They're like, you know what? We messed up trying to make these games more action-packed or whatever it is they smoked it thinking. But they're just doing a lot of old remakes. So my thing is, I believe they're just gonna grab as many old games as they can and remake them. That's it. And knowing that pretty much Dino Crisis has the same type of feeling as Resident Evil, they're most likely going to take the RE engine that they've been doing for Resident Evil 2 and 3, most likely make their own Dino Crisis with that engine. That's the only thing that I would think, mainly because it's already, the game mechanics are already there and we already know how to use it, and just seeing a different coat of paint on it, I would like that.
You make a good point, because now that I think about it, the new Jill from Resident Evil 3 kind of looks like Renee or something like that. Looks like her with a different hair color, so they could just swap them out. And yeah, there you go. So yeah, I mean the infrastructure is already there. But I wanted to talk about real quick, there were some previous fan-made projects that were shut down. I mean, I hope Capcom doesn't shut this project down. Capcom is like, I would say, like the cool company. Like, they really don't shut people down like that. Because I used to play a game called AM2R, which is another Metroid game. I actually live streamed it. It was doing good. It was a good game, but somehow Nintendo found out. They shut them down. There was a Pokemon Uranium. They shut them down, and then there was like a Zelda Maker, like a Mario Maker, but it was Zelda Maker.
That sounds awesome.
They shut that. Man, that was such a good idea, and that's what I mean. It'd be funny, like if in like with the next year or whatever, they come out with their own Zelda Maker.
Probably.
And they probably
it's just
will.
The thing with a lot of people working on these projects, which is if they're watching, if what is it, Ark?
Yeah, Team.
If Team Arklay, if you're watching, I think the one thing you should have done is probably held off on showing your footage. Because even if a Dino Crisis came out, you at least would have had the surprise of Capcom not trying to come after you if they do come after you. But with what it seems, it seems like you guys are fine with rebranding if you have to and redoing something else. It seems like you guys are okay with that. I'm also very surprised that a group of 5 people were able to do all this. So they're not funded at all. Just to let everyone, they're not funded at all. They're doing this with, I'm pretty sure, like either their pocket money. They also, I believe, they also said they've taken a lot of dinosaurs from other games and tried to reshape them,
reskin them and reshape them to make life a little bit easier.
Yeah,
for them.
And that's why they said if they do make this, it's only going to be for PC, and it will most likely be, actually, it will be free. So they're working hard, and hopefully Capcom sees that they're working hard and either leaves them alone or maybe he's like, hey, I see you're doing good. You want to work for Capcom? But Capcom never. I don't think they're that nice.
No, well, I don't know, because I was gonna say basically with the Metroid game, the Pokemon game, Nintendo shut them down. And what was funny about the Metroid game is, like, a year later they came out with their own Metroid. I guess it was Metroid 2 remake, and it wasn't as good as the fan-made game. And then Pokemon games, of course, they kept coming out. There's no Zelda Maker, but I'm pretty sure they will take advantage of that idea. But the thing is, on the flip side, Sony, you know, there is a bunch of emulators that were running around for the PlayStation 2. They actually hired the developers to help them.
Oh, the PlayStation Now service?
Yeah, now, yeah. That's basically run off an emulator that was started by some fans. So I thought that was pretty cool. At least Sony recognized these people's talents and gave them a job rather than shut them down completely, because that was pretty much in all the forums of the Metroid forum. It's like, man, Nintendo should have just hired these guys, because this remake was better than theirs.
You know, I'm proud of both the people who did the emulator for PlayStation 4 And the people who spent countless hours going over footage of old video games to give achievement for games that are like over 20 years old. They put achievements to so many PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 games, and I think we're getting off topic.
Yeah, we are. But anyway, like I said, I think that this whole project is a good idea because Capcom may recognize this, and if they're not making their own Dino Crisis, they may have the idea to do this because now they know that there's a market for it. I just wanted to end the video by going over, we was talking about how Capcom is ruining some of their old games. I wanted to talk about real quick what games I think they should remake. Now Capcom, if someone in your crew is listening, please remake. If you see this, I would like another Breath of Fire game. That's number one. How about another Dragon's Dogma? We don't have to remake the old one, just a new one. And then there's a game called Deep Down that you guys teased. You guys never came out with it. I was really excited. It's just like Dark Souls. Please come out with that. And any games you want to see?
Fix Dead Rising. It's garbage.
Oh my goodness.
And I want Beautiful Joe back. That's it.
Beautiful Joe, yeah, I agree with you on the Beautiful Joe, but I am a fan of all Dead Risings, except for maybe 4. I didn't like 4 that much.
Literally, if not 3 of the Dead Rising games are just completely rehash of the first game. If not
we'll
the first
talk about
one,
this
then the
off
second
video.
one. It's just like, I just can't.
All right, well, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end the video here. Let me know what you guys think about the Dino Crisis.
And let us know how much you love Beautiful Joe. Don't forget about Beautiful Joe.
That
Didn't
too.
he have a sequel?
All right, guys. If they did, wait, did they? I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you next time. Peace.